Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Mindfulness with ROOP, the Bellwether series. I'm your host, Rupinder Malia from India, joined by a very beautiful guest all the way from Kenya, Ms. Katherine Silva, founder of Core Africa magazine and Core Africa Foundation. She is a person who doesn't only believe in fulfilling your own dreams, but even to help others, achieving their dreams. It's a pleasure for me that she's been joined by me today, and whether it's requesting her to get an article published in the magazine or to have any kind of motivational session or anything, she's always ready to help others. And Catherine, it's my pleasure to have you today on my show. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, so Core Africa magazine and Core Africa Foundation, like if we can start with that, how did this idea come to your mind?
Great, thank you. So, Core Africa magazine this book, what happened is self-published, I realized I met so many people who are the within the world actually, but mainly
I think we lost connection with Catherine, and I hope she joins us again. Sometimes these technical glitches keep on disturbing us. No problem, she's here again. Are you able to hear me, Catherine? I think there is some problem with your network. Can you please rejoin? So meanwhile, Catherine is rejoining. I would like the audiences to see certain glimpses of her life and her work, the wonderful work which she's doing through our organization, Foundation Core Africa. I think we lost contact with Katherine, and she's trying to rejoin, and she'll back in a while. So meanwhile, I'm playing creative. Once she joins me back, I'll be continuing with my questioning. Hello, Katherine. So good to see you back.
I have no idea what happened.
Okay, no problem. So you were telling about Core Africa Foundation. You can just
Yes, I
continue
was
with that.
talking about the magazine and how it started. So, as a published author, I ended up meeting a lot of people who have works they've authored. Because myself, it took me 10 years to publish. I had written 10 years ago. And and the main reason is because we're not celebrated as self-published
Mhm.
authors, and many authors who have not reached the level that they are celebrities. So I started this magazine because I met so many people who have works that they don't really show, or they hide, or even show and are not celebrated about the amazing talent they have and what they've written about. So we started working within the charity field that I do a lot of stuff in my private life. I realized that also there are so many people in our community that make a difference, real impact to others. We don't tell because on media, celebrities, and nothing wrong with it. Many athletes, that's Africa magazine.
Mhm. Right. So then I was reading in your profile about Joy Drops. Like it's an interesting donation drive. I know you are a part of this humanitarian cause. Can you please elaborate that too? What is Joy Drops? I think the network is not helping us today, and I just see Katherine is there. Yes, are you able to hear me now?
Can hear you.
Okay. So Joy Drops.
Drops, yes.
Yeah.
So Joy Drops is something that began when I authored the children's book, and and for had no idea what's happening and what we were supposed to do. But immediately there was a lot of suffering that began. And I thought, what can I
Hmm.
do? How can I help? So what I would
Hmm.
do, I would promote my book online to sell it. And whatever I get from selling it would go towards this charity,
Hmm.
which is a joy drop. And I would also promote that anything that someone has that they don't need, like when you're clearing out your house and you have old clothes or things that you don't need, it's normally such a hassle to find out where can I take this. So
Hmm.
I would get all these collected, and they are collected till currently, and then sort them out and take them to where they're needed. So, for example, if I receive a lot of babies' clothes, I will take babies' clothes to a children's home. And along with that, announce I'm doing a joy drop. So that's what a joy drop is, to a children's home, and people will add in, volunteers add in diapers, baby milk, things they
Hmm.
think a children's home will need. And during that session, I also go with the children's book and we do like a mentoring, playful session, just to not only take physical items that are necessities, but also have fun with the children. And if it's older children, teach them some values that we feel we should share in life. All in all, that's what Joy Drops are. And the amazing thing with the Joy Drops, it is volunteers that help me alongside my family, my mom, friends, to be what.
It's like beautiful, very, very interesting, and really like it's dropping joy at their doorstep. Really, I must appreciate you for these efforts. It's wonderful.
Many we don't need or appreciate.
Catherine, are you able to hear me? I think again we have lost contact with her. Maybe she'll join. I think this drive, joy drops, which she was talking about, is very interesting to have things dropped at people's home when they need them. And as she told that it was a totally like a volunteer work, that she did not force anyone or she didn't hire anybody to do that, but it was a mutual kind of a contribution by other people. So it's really very interesting, and I want to know more, and this network today is not helping us. Yeah, so girl child networks, you have this too.
Yes,
So what
yes.
is this girl
So
child network all about?
the girl, yes, welcome to the jobs, and uh, are actually a foundation for the last 2 decades, and do a lot for the young girls and women, education, providing water time. So the charity ambassador, where um, we did the Salam support based, and it's women can take shelter and get mentored and given ready to go back to a normal life after an event also has taken place.
I think again we have lost contact, but she'll rejoin. She was telling us about the girl child network. And so it's amazing that she's attached with so many volunteer works, be it like the magazine work, the Foundation Core Africa, the Joy Drops donation drive, or these girl child networks through which she's helping the female community out there in Kenya. And she has won many beauty pageants also. She's even organizing certain beauty pageants. She'll be telling us more. I know she has so many stories to discuss with us, but today the network is not helping us at all. But we'll wait for her. Here she is. Welcome back. You can continue. I think you need to unmute yourself. No, just unmute the mic. You can rejoin, no issues. You can rejoin and check the mic, like the option. You can unmute yourself so that we can hear you. Meanwhile, I'll play the creative again. For people who have joined us just now, they can see different facets of Catherine's life, and then she'll join us again. Hello, Catherine. I hope this time we do not lose the connection.
Let's hope so. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Right.
So, without like wasting further time, like we were talking about Girl Child Network, you can
Yeah.
elaborate that a little for us.
So the Girl Child Network supports survivors of gender-based violence,
Okay.
and basically we do mentorship and give them a place, a shelter to be at. And I was appointed as a charity ambassador for this because I helped with launching the center, fundraising, and trying to get more from the Joy Drop as well. So things
Mm-hmm.
I also get from the Joy Drop that are relevant to the center support the center. So this is one of the
Mm-hmm.
things that I do. And It is quite a place. There's a lot of support we get from different people, volunteers who want to give in free counseling. So that is what is linked with the Girl Child Center.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, like, so many works, so many things you are a part of, and then
Yes.
you are a wife, you are a mother. How do you manage the home and your office? How do you do that? I'm very eager
Right.
to know that.
Yes. Well, I guess so. I do work in the financial world and I work in the corporate world as well as full time. And yes, I'm a wife and a mother of two beautiful angels, a 3-year-old and a 10-year-old. And I think for one, a starter is your support system. You have to have a strong support system. I have my parents and my mother in particular who very much there for my children and myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Structuring everything you do and organizing it so that things are running. I think that's a big part of your support system. I do a
Mm-hmm.
lot of burning the midnight oil because I don't like
Mm-hmm.
to take time away from spending with my family and my children and
Yeah.
playing with them and reading with them. So a lot of things like the magazine and we would say the paperwork involved is after at the end of the day, but I find that it doesn't drain me because it's something I'm so excited and passionate about that I can't
Yes.
wait. And even if I'm writing, I'm currently concluding on my second children's book. This is it relaxes me more than thinking, oh, it's quite late at night. So that's how I balance things.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and it's a very valid point which you have made, that you do not feel, tired at the end of the day, because this is something you're doing out of passion, and it's not something you're
Exactly.
forced to do, and so it's beautiful. And one more compliment I want to give you, that you have got a very beautiful, very melodious voice. I
Thank
I
you.
just want to keep on listening to that, and I know that through these things only you are able to motivate people, because you emit those positive vibes towards towards the people who are around you. And that is why they are ready with the volunteer work.
I'm glad the voice is well received. I'm
Yes.
sure someone like my husband might not agree with that because when they hear
Oh,
our
really?
voices, it's not melodious for them.
No.
Just on a light note.
Maybe because he has seen the different catering on weekends, right? Preparing lunch or something and shouting at everybody.
Handing out duties to the others.
Yeah. So, we were talking about these causes like you're doing for women also. So, I want to know that what kind of lifestyle a common Kenyan woman would have, whether it's for the students, like a college going girl or a married woman or anybody, like what is the normal lifestyle for them, and are they getting every facility what they need in life, or is there some kind of struggle going on?
Of course, within different lifestyles, there are challenges. We have back in the village where there's a lot that needs to do with empowerment, with getting the girl child educated. We have amazing Kenyans are amazing. They're smart. They're hardworking. There's young girls who want to be educated, and for one reason or the other, they're either orphaned or the parents can't afford to pay for their school fees. So there's those type of struggles. There's struggles for basic water amenities. There's also now coming down to basic working class level, or those who are partly doing college or working uh, skilled jobs, looking to either further their education or growing within their career, a better standard of living, because there's a lot. The expenses are high. There's rent and there's plus working with your career and growing it. So there's all those type of challenges, and then there's the opportunities, um, job opportunities, opportunities to let's go into businesses. There's so many women with amazing ideas and of things they are innovative and things they can do for businesses and have the will to work hard. But then again, there's capital needed and funding, and if You're in an economy like ours, most of what you earn is what you spend to live and survive. So there would not be any form of extra money to save, to say I'll put this towards my capital. So yes, there's a lot that's needed, and people to come through and say yes, we give capital for small businesses because the goodwill is there, the innovation is there, the need to work, the drive is there within the country. So those are the few challenges definitely that would be posing for the ladies.
Right. So are like women supporting each other? Is there like this kind of networking where women are helping other women, or like
Yes.
usually women would pull each other's leg? But
Oh
what is
yes.
the condition in Kenya?
There are a lot of movements where women are supporting each other. I have featured quite a few also within the magazine, um, from foundations to individuals to smaller, we call them charity-based organizations, and even mentors, organizations that mentor people who have ideas of small businesses or just mentoring youth forward and speaking to them and guiding. There's a lot of work going towards it. But of course, country is welcoming more and more. There's never enough, I would think. But yes, there is people supporting each other, and also within field working fields, there are individuals who choose to mentor someone and guide you on the way forward. So yes, that is definitely happening.
Okay, that's good. And yes, you told me about the beauty pageant. So please tell us about that also. The story
All
behind
right.
it. Like, how did you join that? How did you, decide that,
So with all the
yes, I
movement
want
I
to go
was
on the stage?
doing with all the movement I was doing in charity and with writing the book, it took me to a different platform, which is the Africa Pageants platform, where I was nominated to join within, I call it a pageant of substance. So Africa Pageants, they believe in dignity for all, and their pageant is about what you do in the community. It is, and anyone can join. So all shapes, all sizes, all colors, all heights. And
Good.
this drew me because the category I joined was the classic category, which is from 40 years and above. And
Oh,
the time I heard of it, I had just had my now 3-year-old daughter. So,
okay.
post birth
Yeah.
weight and everything coming with it. Well, I bit the bullet and thought, okay, let me take this risk because it's quite I would say my heaviest time. And as much as it's about substance, you're also doing, a few walks down the catwalk and working with yourself. But this was the challenge to love yourself as you are at that very moment, despite your journey, what you are at that very moment. So I took it up and I joined the pageant. And of course, with the COVID scenario, this was now an online pageant and I participated. There was a lot involved online, sending through your portfolio and what you do, a lot of videos and costumes and different items. And I did win as Mrs. Virtual Africa Classic for 2021. And wow, it was quite something.
Yeah.
I never really thought that doing that would
Congratulations for that. Because going on,
thank
physically
you.
being present in that scenario is, I think, easier than to virtually prepare everything and then participating. And that also
Very
when you
true.
just
Very
had a
true.
baby. And the
Yes.
concept was very interesting. I think that every kind of shape, size, color, anybody can participate and win. That's absolutely wonderful.
And a big part of why I did it, so my cause within the pageant that has grown towards the foundation I'm working with is
Hmm.
uplifting youth, women, and children. So a
Hmm.
big part of this for women and youth is that I wanted to inspire anyone thinking,
Yeah.
could I ever be in a pageant? Could I ever walk down a catwalk? Could I do a video of myself? Can I speak publicly? Is just to believe in yourself, love yourself as you are. Where you need to develop and learn, do it. But That was the biggest part. I wanted to show that an ordinary woman, a normal working class person, can
Yes.
try and do these things, then hey, win.
It really makes sense, I think, and many women would learn a lot from this passion of yours and the decision you made at that point, when at that point of time, physically and mentally, you're very frustrated, and at that point of time, you prepared yourself, you participated, and you became a kind of like inspiration for everybody. That's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So you
Thank
talk a
you.
lot about leadership and self-development also, and that
Yes,
having a real impact on the society. So, like,
yes.
what inspired you towards that? And what do you think that what kind of challenges are there for anybody aspiring to get those leadership positions?
Well, I'm very passionate about self-development because we all know we're not born perfect, but we must love ourselves in our imperfection, but also
Yes.
not use that as an excuse to say, this is who I am and that's it. We're born with different challenges and we
Mhm.
learn to improve ourselves. If it's communication skills, if it's, it builds into your self-esteem when you work on yourself. And when I joined the corporate world, I started a very long time ago. I've worked up the ladder. I've worked within a petrol station. I grew into a PA, and I now work as a manager in banking. And
Mhm.
over the years, the teams that I've worked with and managed, I've met amazing young people who would be part of my team that have all this great talent, but needed to be mentored and guided on how to do better.
Mhm.
And so they have this talent, and you're like, wow, this young lady is amazing, but self-development or guidance is not there. It made me passionate because that's how your teams work. If your
Mhm.
teams have synergy, if your teams trust in you and know you're there to mentor them, then you're going to have a great bottom line. Everything will improve. So I believed in that, and I believe in what I call leadership with empathy and involved leadership. So yes, there's performance and drawing the line, but I am a friend to my team. So over the years, because when I started, I struggled a bit getting into the corporate world because I didn't have much guidance, and I realized if I can do what I didn't get for others, and just a bit of guidance here and there, teaches and grows and helps the youth avoid certain directions that would be detrimental, can be detrimental to your career, or just not without advice you don't realize you have a certain talent and you can do this or go in this direction. So that's where it stemmed from my working life over the years, and that's what got me into the passion of leadership, and because I did hands-on approach with those that worked with me, and many of these youth today are no longer youth and are great in great positions or running their own businesses, or even my friends today, or women that I know that are mothers with their families, and part of, I say, joining my voluntary for charity. They're part of the team because, we built this from a long time ago.
Wonderful. Amazing. Like you have got such amazing stories with you that, helping others, holding hands. Sometimes we only
Yeah.
need this. And as you told that those women, they have now moved ahead in life and they will never forget that, what you have done for them.
Mm.
It's absolutely fantastic. And like you were talking about leadership with empathy and involvement and everything, certain leaders feel like some kind of insecurity in that if
Mm.
we become empathetic,
Exactly.
or it will show that weak leadership or something. So what has been your experience?
Yes, definitely. I know. I have been told that maybe I'm too nice or too this or that. But the thing is, you end up finding organizations and other fellow leaders that you report to, my superiority, that understand that and believe in that. You find organizations that say, "Hey, we are people first," and they're not just saying it; they mean it. We want people who work with people first, and then we'll look at the numbers. And it has been proven it's the only way to work and it's the only way
Mm,
to be. But yes, they have been times where even I question myself and say, am I doing this right? But
mm,
sometimes when something from your gut or from the values that you live from
mm,
seem to be the right thing, you have to just stick by that. And for me, I felt this is the type of leadership I want to be known for, and that speaks to my heart and how I can lead. And sticking through with it, I mean, the results are amazing, and I have no regret.
mhm. That's great, absolutely. So, like this question, I usually ask all my African friends, like whether they are from Nigeria or like Kenya or any other part of Africa, that
Yes,
like most of them, they are involved or they are a part of some kind of NGOs or they are doing something for charity or they
yes,
are involved in something productive, like they have the urge to do something for the society. So many organization, but still we see when we like I'm a person living in India, so when I read about Africa it would be like developing nation. So what personally do you feel that where like the society still lacks, or how many more years will it take for the people, the whole continent actually to come to that point where everybody is getting what they want?
that's a really good question. And I don't think we can put a timeline to that because
Yes.
it it depends on a lot of things. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the first things is leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Leadership is those who will make decisions that will empower the rest of the people. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we all know the challenges that come from all the leadership within the whole
Mm-hmm.
world. I think
Mm-hmm.
that is a big part because I don't think it's the people themselves,
Mm-hmm.
the people who are not the leadership, because, like I said, I see so much goodwill. We have so much talent.
Hmm.
And
Yes.
Africans are very hardworking people because if you're not, you will not survive. And
Hmm.
from what I believe is if the leadership looks at what values I have as a leader and what do I want to put out there, and do I genuinely want to improve my nation, then that will make a big difference. And we can't put a timeline to that because leadership comes and goes.
Yes.
And out of leadership, maybe you can pick a handful only that would look in that direction. And I think that's what will change uh, the whole continent.
Absolutely.
But overall, the whole continent is making a lot of progress. I mean, we see so much that has been happening, and the whole world is now global. You know, before there was
Yes.
just, with our technology and online, there's so much that we can, like, I'm speaking to you now, all the way in
Yeah.
India. I would have never thought that Core Africa would be recognized by someone in India. You would not even know about it. But you see,
Yeah.
technology has also made quite a big difference. So with that
Yes.
change in
Absolutely.
leadership, it will be amazing.
But one thing I want to mention that like whosoever I have met from Africa, that person
Yes,
has like left a very positive impact on me, and like they all are working for something or the other. Young people, very passionate, having organizations of their own, and working uh, like working hard and having a very
yes.
clear cut vision. And then I met you through Core Africa magazine, and like absolutely, like I sent the article to you, got it, you got it published. That was a big achievement for me. And then
Yes,
I keep
I'm
on
glad.
reading everything in that WhatsApp group also, that how you're motivating people, the kind of network you have, so many people appreciate you. So it's not something
Thank
fake,
you.
it's something you have earned for yourself.
Thank
So
you.
I
Thank
must
you.
congratulate you for that, and it was
I will tell you,
really,
thank you so much
yeah.
for that. Thank you. I never expected it to grow as fast, and there's so many people within the WhatsApp group who've told me that,
Hmm.
because of you, I've connected with so and so and ended up doing this work and that work. And that's what it was for. It was a platform to celebrate and recognize those making a difference and to give them empower and uplift.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad about that. But like you're saying, back to what you're saying about when you meet people from Africa, and that's why the magazine also has grown because there are so many people out there, youth making a difference. They have a CBO or a small movement where they cook every Friday and feed a certain area. I mean, what I love about the people in Africa is that we know that we have to help the community as much as we are growing, and as we grow, it is just part of us knowing that, hey, I have to do my part as well. And that I love.
That's great, actually, because I can tell you from the point of view of an outsider that when
Yes,
we were small, like we always saw some Hollywood actor coming and helping the Africans, right? They would have
yes,
those photographs.
yes,
UN is doing this or that. But in reality, when I got connected with so many Africans, I came to know that they themselves are doing a lot for the society.
absolutely,
And they're
exactly,
well
exactly.
educated, they have nice houses, they're doing everything. And
Yes,
like they are also like making day-to-day efforts in their life as we are doing over here or any
exactly,
other place in the world. So it's absolutely
exactly.
fantastic. And I think
Well, I think,
this, yeah.
yes, I agree with you. And I think, well, we can't believe everything we see on media. Before, what you got was one television channel, and what you saw is
Yes.
what you believed. I mean, uh, the rest upon the rest of the world is to open your mind and really see things as
Yeah.
they are. Or, travel, come and visit and see what's really happening.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. So piece of advice that you want to give to the young aspiring generation out there, whether it's the girls or the boys, something they want to achieve in life but they are afraid of something, so what's your advice to them?
Well, my advice would start with, do not be afraid to put in the hard work. Do not be afraid to be doing your best at what you're currently doing while you're planning for what is your passion. Because many of us will say, okay, I won't take this job where you need this salary uh, to feed your family or support your parents or yourself, just to be independent, because eventually I want to do this. Do the best you can with what you have now as you are planning. And while you're doing the best as you can, do not stop planning your dream. Whatever your passion and your dream is, plan it and work towards it as you're doing what is your best. Because I see so many waste themselves by waiting to do that big thing, but not doing anything currently right now. And opportunities are all opportunities, whether it's a job now and in the future you're going to be on a stage. Start from where you are. Believe in yourself. My second advice, apart from believing in yourself, is you need to be yourself. And while you're being yourself, is have your basic mannerisms and discipline, but be yourself. You don't have to change who you are, your nose or your inheritance or where you started, your status, to believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself and love yourself for who you are. With that hard work and your self belief and working on your dreams, the sky is more than not the limit, it's beyond. That's my parting advice for them.
Great. It's wonderful piece of advice. They say be you, the world will adjust. So
Oh,
we
yes.
need to be
Be
ourselves, right? And absolutely great, great time I had while interacting with you. And your story was much more interesting than I had imagined. That
Oh,
okay,
thank
Core
you.
Africa or
I really
something, but
appreciate that.
I have come to know about other things also that you are a part of, and the kind of personality you have. You really deserve many more pageants. Keep on participating. And you
Uh,
really are an inspiration because I know your real work going on at backdrop. I know that it's not only that during the interview you're meeting me or something. I know that it's going on in reality, and it's much more that I was able to
Thank you
cover.
for that.
Much
Yes,
more than
yes,
that. So I
yes.
really congratulate you for that, and I wish you luck that you achieve many more things in future. You keep on uplifting people that you are doing, and I think that is the most beautiful thing you can do for the society.
Yes, thank you so much. And with what you're doing, you're also uplifting. So we thank you. We thank you for
Thank you
you and your
so
show.
much. Thank you for joining me. Absolute pleasure for having you today. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was Katherine Silva, founder of Core Africa Magazine and Core Africa Foundation. As you heard, that she's doing such wonderful job, and you can also join her. Like Katherine, you can discuss about your social media or any other platform through which people can help you, like join you, and if they want to do something for your work and everything, you can share that too.
On Facebook and Instagram, and my email is Core Africa Magazine, which is Core, Kore. So as long as you type in Core Africa Magazine, you will find me on all the channels. And also you can email coreafricamagazine@gmail.com and you will get me directly there.
Yes,
Reach out,
absolutely.
let's work together and make a difference.
And I can bet you on that if you write to her, she's definitely going to hold your hand. I'm an example for that. Thank you so much, Catherine. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank you for
you. Thank you for
joining
having
us.
me.
It was a
Have a
pleasure.
lovely weekend.
Thank you. Same to you. So we'll be meeting again next time with another personality who's doing something wonderful in their field, who's a bellwether in the real sense of the word. Thank you, everyone.